free to clap, cheer, make as much noise as you like. Like I said, they respond very well to it. We train our sea lions here using a method called positive reinforcement. Now all that means is that every time they do something well, they get some form of reward. Now that reward can be a pat on the back and a bit of attention from the trainer. It can be a piece of fish, or like I said before, it can be a response from you guys in the audience. They've all learned that those things mean that they've done something well. Now another thing that we use in training is called a target, and that's what I have here. And a target, as you can see, is a very simple device. It's a stick with a coloured spot on one end. And the first thing that sea lions learn when they join us here is to reach out and touch that coloured spot with their nose, like so. Every time they do this, they then get that positive reinforcement. That's the right idea. So after a while, because you've encouraged that behaviour, they then learn to do this. Up, down, left or right, that is where his nose will follow. So once again, once you've got that down, you can then move on, and the target becomes a lot like a lead. You can use it to ask the sea lions to follow you around wherever you need them to go. Now this is very useful for if you need to transform the animals. You can then move on to train things like waving and clapping, because they'll touch it with their flippers too. But most of the time we use this device for giving these guys their regular health checks. For example, well done. If I need Merlin to lay down nice and still, I simply place that target end to the ground and he follows it there. Now this allows us to check the animals over from nose to tail and make sure that they're nice and healthy. And it also means that if the vet needs to look at them, he can do so without the animals becoming nervous or stressed, or without the need for a small cage. Now our Merlin is usually quite the fidget, but he's laid very still there. So well done, Merlin. You can go back to your side. Good ball. Yes, so quite a few of the things that we teach our animals are for their benefit rather than our own. For example, if I need to check inside Merlin's mouth, I don't have to pull his jaws apart. That wouldn't be very nice. He's taught that when we touch him on the chin, he opens his mouth. Now this allows us to check inside the mouth and make sure there's nothing in there causing them pain. Go on, say ah, ah. There we go. Now another thing that we teach our sea lions, and it may seem rather strange, is that they all blow their nose on command too. Now there is a good reason for this. Sea lions can suffer with a lot of breathing problems, so it's quite important that we can easily take a sample of breath and make sure that they're nice and healthy inside as well as out. Now normally I'd use a sample dish for this. I don't have one with me today. Doesn't look like Merlin's brought his tissues either. So yes, Merlin, we are going to use my hand. Are you ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Blow. 1. Blow. 4. Thank you. That was quite disgusting. Very well done, Merlin. Like I said, very disgusting indeed. Moving on swiftly from that part of the show, let's get back to some showing off. Now, sea lions are naturally very good at catching. They do have very quick reflexes. They've got a long, flexible and streamlined body shape too. This enables them to move through the water at a top speed of 15 to 20 miles an hour. Very useful for chasing and catching the fish, squid, eel and octopus that makes up their diet. Now, we don't have any live fish for Merlin's catch. His has all been frozen and then defrosted. So we're going to use these hoops instead to show you his excellent catching skills. Now, hopefully, he'll strike out that long, flexible neck in pretty much any direction in order to make the catch. Now, catching a hoop over the head is a bit different to catching a fish in the mouth, but the same skills are required. He needs to be able to judge distance and speed, which sea lions can do very well because they've got binocular vision. 2 eyes facing forward, just like you and I, which hopefully means he can catch all 5 hoops over the head like so.